Hey everyone, Random Randy here. It is May 22nd. It is about 7 in the morning. I woke up not too terribly long ago because kitty cats do not care if it's your day to sleep in. They need to be fed by a certain time. So here we are. Yes, I just woke up. My voice sounds horrible. My face looks pinched because I haven't done anything. I'm wearing my horribly accurate werewolf shirt. I am waiting for my coffee to finish getting done because today is going to be the first day of what I mentioned in my last video, which is I'm going to be doing a weighted hula hoop challenge. I'm going to start off doing it for just 1 week. I'm going to do it for 7 days. I'm going to take measurements beforehand. I already weighed myself this morning. And after that, we'll go from there. I think what I'll do for a second week is add in a kettlebell routine. I'm only going to attempt to do 10 minutes for the first day if it seems like it's really terribly easy. And I might do it for 20, but I am planning on all of the subsequent days to do 20 minutes total, 10 minutes clockwise, and then counterclockwise. Because if not, you're going to be uneven with your muscles, and you want to train your trash side, which for me is my left side because I am right hand dominant. You want to train your trash side to work properly as well, just like I had to learn with doing massage. So, this particular hoop, I do not remember the name of it. I know that it is some random off-brand. Let me check and see how much it weighs, because I'm sure it's not very much. All I know at current is that the label on the box says it was made in China, but all of the instructions on it are in German. So I have a perplexed, yeah. Okay, so this one is apparently the Ttmow weighted exercise hoop for adults. This is a 2.15 pound hoop. It is foam on the outside. It has stainless steel tubing on the inside. It's also hollow inside. So if I feel like after a week of using it, this is just too light and I want to have a little more resistance, I can add in rice or something like that. And it actually came with the caps to seal off the inside parts of the tube. Putting it together is really simple. It just clicks together. There's like a little push thingy in it, like on the legs on a tent, a pop-up like 10 by 10 tent. So yeah, there's that. So I'm gonna hit you guys with some horrible shots of my stomach. If you are triggered by stretch marks or mom bodies, then I guess don't watch, in which case, why did you click on this in the first place? But otherwise, my stretch marks are absolutely horrendous. I literally could feel my skin tearing as I started getting bigger when I was pregnant with Hunter. I went from being about 150 pounds to being 211 pounds on delivery day for both of my children. And right now I am at 160 pounds. So I'm gonna get up and pull up my shirt so you can see the thing that's going on that is my abdomen that I want to work on. And then after that, I'm going to get some coffee because from everything I've watched, a little bit to drink is fine, but doing this with food in your stomach is not so much a good idea. And I'm not a big breakfast eater anyway. I usually have something small, but yeah. So, here we go. Alright, for reference, I am 5 feet 8 inches tall. I weigh 160 pounds. I have like a 33-inch inseam, so I'm fairly tall, and I'm going to measure waist, the chunkiest part of my stomach, and we'll just leave it at that because everything else I'm borderline satisfied with. I mean, my legs aren't They're muscly-ish. They're actually kind of thin for me. I usually have pretty thick, muscly thighs. But anyway, here we go. And yes, I'm wearing Halloween pajama pants. If that offends you, I don't care. I also have vampire parking signs up on my wall, so yeah, that's just me. Anyway, yeah. So, this angle is horribly unflattering. It doesn't really need to be flattering, but yeah, this is, I mean, I don't know if you can even, I think that the light is minimizing it. Oh yeah, the light is making it look not nearly as bad as it is. Thank you, ring light. So, for your natural waist measurement, you're supposed to go approximately an inch above your belly button, and for me that just happens to line up with this awesome little freckle here, so yeah. So not pressing it into my skin, as you can see. Setting it right here. 34 inches. Not cool. And the part on the bottom, which is fun saggy skin from kids, and my hips, 39. So yeah, super not fun. So on that note, I'm gonna get some coffee, and then I'm gonna take that thing outside and hopefully not bruise myself too terribly, because I kind of bruised like a tomato, so we'll see. Alright, so had a little bit of coffee. The birds are chirping. Maybe it's actually not going to rain today. The weather forecast says partly sunny, but it doesn't say anything about precipitation, so we shall see. So I'm gonna put on my headphones and listen to some loud, growly music that you won't be able to hear because copyright, but if you want to know what I am listening to, I will leave a link to my Spotify playlist that I made down in the description box below the video. I have a feeling that this is going to be horrible, but here we go. And yes, I have kitty headphones. No, I didn't buy them for this. I'm just a weeb and it's fine. Alright, so that is 10 minutes total. 5 counterclockwise, 5 clockwise. My body doesn't move clockwise apparently. Oh my god. Got it going good a couple of times. This hoop likes to pop apart. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I take that back. I know how I feel about that. That's pretty crappy, but you get what you pay for. So in a normal environment where it's not 50 degrees, I'd probably be sweating my ass off. I'm kind of sweating a little as it is. I'm gonna have to make sure I stretch better beforehand because my back really, really hurts right now.
also really hurts when it hits your ankle at just the right angle. I'm probably gonna bruise. I'm gonna go sit down before I pass out.
Hey guys, I just finished day 2 of the weighted hula hoop thingamajigger. Did 5 minutes clockwise and counterclockwise. I have some pretty severe swelling and deep tissue bruising going on. It's not the type of bruise that necessarily shows on your skin, but things are puffy and extremely sore. It's really bad, mostly on my ribs. Not fun. You will also notice that from yesterday, at the end of the clip from yesterday, I was extremely winded and my blood pressure was super duper off to the extent that I literally almost passed out right there. Not because the workout itself was hard, but I am hypoglycemic, and apparently doing something that gets my heart rate up like that in the morning without sufficient calories in my body is really, really bad. I haven't almost fainted like that since I was in high school, when we actually went and got blood tests done and discovered that the reason I was temporarily blacking out of nowhere in school was blood sugar issues. So this morning I got up and ate and had coffee and waited about an hour-ish. Like, I took a shower while I was waiting for the food to digest. I didn't eat a lot. I just had one of those, it's like a coconut peanut butter protein bar thing. I can't remember what the heck they're called. I'll have to show one tomorrow because I got a giant box of them from the wholesale store. But yeah, so I was almost in tears for the entire duration of the workout today, and that was not enjoyable. Like, the movement itself isn't that bad. But yeah, being in that much pain is definitely not fun. And I actually have 2 hoops. One of them is slightly bigger. The one you saw me use yesterday keeps falling apart, and I'm probably honestly going to return it because of that. It is slightly smaller than the other one I have, which is orange and gray. I think they weigh about the same. I think the orange one might actually honestly even be lighter. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. But I'm probably going to end up sending the gray and blue one back, because every time I drop it, it pops apart. I actually had it completely pop apart when it was just going around my waist earlier, which was super duper enjoyable. But yeah, I actually wore my hoodie the whole time because I tried to hoop with just my tank top on, and it hurt so bad that it almost dropped me to my knees. So yeah, hopefully I will get less sore. If I am increasingly sore tomorrow, I might take the day off, because as much as I want to do the challenge thing, I am not enough of a masochist that I'm gonna beat the ever-loving snot out of myself for the sake of doing a fitness challenge. So yeah, I guess that is it for day 2. Hopefully day 3 will be better. 3 is kind of a lucky number of mine, so fingers crossed. All right, day 3. Sorry if it's a little shaky, as I am also a little bit shaky, and yes, I am partway blondish reddish, and it is a work in progress, so we'll leave it at that. Today is the 24th. I just finished doing my 5 minutes in either direction. I used my orange and gray hoop because the blue and gray one that I got, after it popped apart on me like 3 times, I almost picked it up and chucked it. So yeah, that one's definitely going to be going back. Not good. So, another fun thing, and yes, I'm sitting for a second so that I don't fall down. I wanted to show you my super nifty fun bruises. I'm not sure how well these are going to show on camera, but it is pretty bad. The reason that I didn't bother filming any actual footage of me hooping today is because I spent the whole time making pain faces and it just, no, it would have been horrible. So yeah, I'm gonna try to hold on to this and not jiggle it around too terribly much so I can show you the super fun bruises that I got. Here, let me stand up. Okay, so firstly, oh god, ow, 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 ow. So, bruise here, one rib, right rib, left rib, not quite as bad, but it's still puffy and it shouldn't be puffy like that. Aside from that, oh god, ow, ow, ow. I also have bruise on my hips right here. It is not fun. And yes, there's stretch marks. They're part and parcel of being small and having children and not being small anymore. Get over it. Other one, oh. Yeah, this one's gonna end up being a lot worse. You can, big purple right here. And I think my stomach in general actually isn't too terribly red, all things considered. But yeah, so that is day 3 done. And now I'm gonna have myself some water to drink and a small snack, and then I'm gonna go get the kids from the bus. So see you again tomorrow, guys. So that is day 4 done. I just finished, so I'm a little bit eesh. Wasn't as bad today. I've been watching a lot of videos trying to focus more on my form because I noticed that when I go to use the hoop, like there's so much space between where it should be contacting on my right hip to my left hip because I prefer going counterclockwise instead of clockwise. Trying to figure out what needs to be moving that isn't moving because it's like it goes from that hip and it just slams down on the other one, and that's why I have all of these super lovely bruises that are like, yeah, pretty freaking bad, and I keep getting new ones every day. So I know I bruise easy, but I feel like there's got to be something that I'm not doing that's could make it less painful, hopefully. So there were a couple of times where I had it going for probably at least 30 seconds, if not more, from kind of glancing at the timer as I go. And yeah, had a couple of times where my playlist tried to betray me, so you'll notice when you see the speed through that I walked over to my phone to change the song, because you can't go from high energy stuff like Bring Me the Horizon and Baby Metal's Kingslayer to something that's all slow like Hero by Atreyu. It doesn't know. That's a warm-up song. That's not a keep going song. So anyway, yeah, I don't know if I'm noticing any toning, because really all I can focus on is the fact that my hips and my abdomen are covered in bruises, and so are my ribs. So I don't know. We shall see how it turns out. So 3 more days, and then Saturday I'll do a results clip to add on to the end of this so we can see how it went. All right, day 6 of the weighted hula hoop challenge is done. I actually did like 13 minutes because I have another timer running for my hair, which is toning right now. It looks super dark brown, but hopefully it's going to come out the blondish I'm going for. But I had on 3 songs and that I listened to during the duration of the whole thing, and I think it ended up being like 12.5 minutes total or something like that, which is fine. I finally seem to have the technique down to the point where I'm not getting any new bruises and it's not excessively painful to hoop, so that is definitely good. Only got 1 more day, and then I'm actually really starting to like it, so I might end up getting a regular hoop that is not weighted to use, because I think that will be immensely better in the long run, because I think that the weight is negligible. I was talking to a friend about it and I kind of compared learning with the weighted hoop to learning to play guitar on an acoustic as opposed to just starting on an electric. It kind of helps you build up muscles and helps you generate that muscle memory of the motion. So then when you switch to a regular hoop, it seems really, really easy by comparison. So I guess that is it for today. I've got like 7 or 8 more minutes before I get to go wash this out, and hopefully it turns out the way that I'm wanting it to and isn't too terribly dark, but my hair's kind of blondish brown in the first place, so I guess we'll see how it goes. So 1 more day and then the reveal, and this should go up sometime Saturday, maybe. We'll see. Anyway, I just finished the 7th day of the weighted hula hoop challenge, and I am excited to now have a weighted hula hoop to be able to add to my repertoire of at-home things that I can use to work out, because I am not doing a mask at the gym, and until we don't have to do masks at the gym, I'm not going back to the gym, and by the time we can go back to the gym, I might have enough equipment at home that I won't have to go to the gym anyway. But yeah, so I feel like hooping is something that a lot of people use to express themselves, and for the most part, a lot of the videos I see, like, people have, you know, like, upbeat EDM, techno, poppy style music that they are listening to and have playing while they do their thing. And me, being me, and Randy's gotta be the black sheep, it's just how I do things, it's just, that's your girl. So after the day I had, which if you're on my regular Facebook profile, you know that I am house hunting. I've got like a month to find a place, and yeah, it's not fun. And I keep coming across these deals that seem too good to be true, and after doing a little research, it turns out that they're really just housing scams trying to get your social security number and get money from you and walk away and leave you with nothing. So that, combined with some other things today, has got me feeling a little more on the angry side of things than I usually am. I usually don't get sad. I tend to just get mad because anger, I feel, is a much more productive emotion rather than just sitting around and weeping. So, my 7th day of using the hula hoop turned into what was supposed to be just 10 minutes became an 18-minute long rage hooping session. And yes, I said rage hooping. When I am hooping, I listen to the music that I normally listen to, which consists of heavy metal and metalcore and things in that vein. A lot of Bring Me the Horizon, Machine Gun Kelly, Our Last Night, Escape the Fate, Motionless in White, things like that. I have to say that my skill with the hoop has improved greatly, and I am kind of sweaty and gross feeling right now, but I feel like it was necessary. I feel like we all need to find ways to get the icky feelings out of us. And if spinning a hula hoop around my waist and my hips and my chest and scream roaring along with some metal for like 10 minutes makes me feel better, which it totally did. I wouldn't say I'm completely over it. I'm still low-key pissed off and irritated, but I don't feel like I want to kill somebody anymore, which is nice. But yeah, so if you're one of those people who is looking for something that's an outlet, but you don't necessarily want to get into something that's a contact release like boxing or MMA, get a weighted hula hoop. You can totally go nuts and still thrash your body around and get all the icky things out. So now I'm going to get all of my planning done for this weekend and for next week, and get part of the video edited so that tomorrow morning all I have to do is measure myself, weigh myself, and do a little clip talking about my final thoughts on the hoop, and then keep going. And hopefully in the next couple of days I will have everything prepared. I'm going to be opening up memberships on my YouTube channel, so I'm going to be getting everything ready this weekend for that because I have the house completely to myself until the end of the day on Memorial Day. So yeah, gonna get some stuff packed, get a lot of things cleaned, get some more stuff made. It's gonna be a busy weekend. So it is now the 29th. It is finally time to give you my results for the 7-day weighted hula hoop challenge. And I have to say that my biggest misgiving with a lot of the videos that I watched was that a lot of people doing this did a lot of other things as well that I think may have influenced their final result, which honestly, as somebody who's kind of science-minded, that really, really bothered me quite a bit. So I wanted to make sure that I had no other random variables that were going to affect my result. So I did not do any other workouts for the entire duration of the week. I did not change my diet in the slightest from what I normally do. I didn't sleep any less or any more than I usually do because, yes, if you've actually paid attention to things like back when Chris Hemsworth was filming the first Thor movie and they published all of the information about his fitness routine, a big part of actually building muscle is sleeping after working out excessively hard. So you can actually put on a lot of bulk as far as muscle size goes if you are sleeping crazy amounts. That is the key to healing those minuscule muscle tears that actually lead to bigger looking muscles. But anyway, the only thing that I did differently over this week, aside from the hula hooping, was trying to make sure that I drank 4 glasses of water a day. It's not a crazy amount. I don't feel that making sure I ingested that water in addition to my normal coffee, which this is my 3rd cup of coffee for today, by the way, is going to greatly influence my results. So, at the beginning, I weighed myself and I was 160.3 pounds, and my natural waist measurement was 34 inches. The largest part of my lower waist, joys of having children, was 39 inches. This morning, at the same time, after just waking up in the morning and emptying my bladder, I was 159.2 pounds. So that means I did lose a pound over the course of this week, and I took the measurements on my stomach, both portions of my stomach, and my natural waist is now 33 inches, and the lower part of my waist is 38. So I did also lose an inch off of each portion of my waist. So would I say that using a weighted hula hoop is a drastic, life-changing exercise? If you're somebody who's incredibly inactive in the first place, I think it could be. And I know that losing an inch off of each portion of my waist in a pound is really nothing to sneeze at, but your weight can fluctuate by 3-ish pounds in a day with absolutely nothing changing. So I don't know if it would be a life-changing fitness routine for people. I felt like it was a lot of fun. I know that it was a big emotional regulator for me, which was fabulous because I would really, really, really like to have a big stationary kick bag that I can pound the snot out of when I need to relax and calm myself down, because I find that soothing. However, that's not in my budget right now, but a $20 hula hoop was. So you gotta learn to kind of work with what you have and what you can do. And I wanted to show you how ridiculously bad all of the bruises that I incurred turned out. It is actually pretty horrible. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. I think that the light is going to make it, there we go. If I move the light out of the way, then you can see them quite a bit better. But you can see, did tighten up a little bit here and a little bit here, which is nice. But yeah, bruises, more bruises down here, right here along my side. The biggest one right here on my hip. I will say that as I got farther along in doing it and my technique improved, the hoop did not hurt me anymore. So I feel like doing research and learning more about contact points and the way that the hoop should be moving around your body, as opposed to it going from here and swinging up here so rapidly that rather than rolling around my waist, it was actually coming out and then slamming back down in my opposite hip. Do not do this without the guidance of a physician. If you are a physician person, I am not a doctor. I am not advising you to do any of these things because I don't have the money if somebody wants to sue me. So I will say that if you want something that's fun to do and it's not too terribly expensive, give weighted hula hooping a try. I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. I don't think I will end up doing a second week with the kettlebell routine like I was talking about doing eventually, because to be perfectly honest, sitting around and waiting and not being able to do any other fitness stuff was really, really hard. I was like, oh, I should go do like this workout routine that's another 20 minutes or this other thing, because I saw some videos where women would come to you with the results at the end, and it was a super short video, and they're like, oh, I had these crazy results. I lost like 6 pounds and 6 inches. And then they say that on top of the 10 minutes of hula hooping every day, they also drank a gallon of water every day. They didn't eat any carbs. They ate nothing but vegetables and fruit and very lean meat. And they were also doing an additional hour-long workout every day. So I'm like, yeah, no, duh. Who would have thought that adding that much movement and restricting your calories to that degree would cause you to lose so much weight? So I felt like it was dishonest, and it quite frankly bugged the crap out of me. So I wanted to make sure that for my experiment, all of those other random variables were removed. And I got lucky because I saw some of the other women that posted videos had the problem of their cycle hitting them halfway through, which obviously causes bloating and aggravation and cramps and weight gain and all kinds of fun things. So I feel like for them to get a proper result, they would have to start the whole thing all over again once they were completely done having their period. So I hope that this was helpful and informational for you all, and if you are interested in more fitness-ish centered videos like this, subscribe to the channel, because there's going to be a lot more all over the place content coming in the future, because I'm going to be starting to pack everything up soon, because we're going to be moving sometime in the next month-ish. Fingers crossed, hopefully. Not having a whole heck of a lot of luck in that regard, but we'll figure it out, because we always do. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Like I said, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I hope you all have an awesome weekend. Have a fantastic Memorial Day, and don't forget to take a moment to say thank you to all of the brave men and women who have laid down their lives in the line of duty from our military so that we can live as we are living now. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye.